In this tutorial, we will find the equilibrium quantity and market clearing price given supply and demand. We are asked to find the equilibrium value of Q and the market clearing price P for the given supply and demand functions. Supply is given by the function P equals 5Q plus 500, all divided by Q plus 200. Demand is given by P equals 3Q plus 500, all divided by Q plus 50. The domain of both functions is Q greater than or equal to 0. The equilibrium point occurs where the supply curve intersects the demand curve. We'll abbreviate equilibrium with EQM. Q1 represents the equilibrium quantity, and P1 is the market clearing price. To determine the equilibrium quantity, Q1, we're going to set supply equal to demand and solve for the variable Q. So first I'll write the supply function and set that equal to the demand function. First, we cross multiply to get rid of the denominators on both sides of the equation. On both sides of the equation, we have a product of two binomials that we'll multiply together. You probably know this as FOILing. After FOILing two binomials, you should have four terms. So we should have four terms on both sides of the equation. Now we will collect like terms to simplify. Move every term to the left side and combine the like terms. To simplify further, we can divide every term by 2 since that's the greatest common divisor of the three coefficients. Now we factor this to obtain Q plus 125 times Q minus 300. Since we have a product of two binomials that equals 0, we can set them individually to 0. Therefore, Q equals negative 125 and Q equals 300. If you are unsure about how to factor a quadratic by inspection, like I just did, you can use the quadratic formula. this would have given you the same two roots. Now for q equals negative 125, it is not in the domain of the supply and demand functions since it is less than 0, so we don't need to consider it. Intuitively, it doesn't make sense to have a negative quantity, so q equals 300 is the equilibrium value. To find the market clearing price, we substitute 300 into either the supply or demand function. Since they both intersect at q equals 300, the p-value will be the same, so it doesn't matter which function we choose. Let's pick the supply function. Substituting 300 in for q, we see that p equals 4. Therefore, the equilibrium point is q comma p, which equals 300 comma 4. And this completes the exercise.